Well, good morning. It is the 19th of April. Uh, it snowed again outside last night. Enough snow that you could see it on top of the rooftops, and it's not the ground's too warm for it to stick to that. But it was 32 degrees this morning. Uh, if we wouldn't have had the snow and a little bit of wind, we'd have definitely had a frost. Probably will have one tonight. Uh, Down, of course, you can see with the background. We're down here at the power dam again. We're doing the normal routines. Water levels are down a little bit than they were. We're at 1700.29. So that's a couple inches lower than it was yesterday. So we're doing well. But our output is still 752 kilowatts. Which is still good. We'll keep that. As you can see, I'll show you the dusting on the tractor. It's still trying to snow a little bit. That's just the way it is. Chickens are out. They were up in the. There's a couple of them up in the. Couple up over there. If they really look close, but they're there. They're just hanging out. That's where they've been hanging out. The other ones went inside. The roosters were inside. They're like, nope, we're not doing that. That's stupid. What are you talking about? Mr. Tough Guy. So let's take a look at the river this morning. It's down. You can tell it's down. Things are slowing down. And it's that time. It's going to happen. The water, as the ice melts off the lakes and it flows down, things start to slow down. And that's just what we've got. That's where we're at today. What's your problem, mister? He runs inside and then throws. Oh, yeah, you're tough. So I'm going to do something with these two hoops here. Probably move them behind the powerhouse. I was thinking maybe I'll move the young chicks up to the up around the meter shed. That way there's power there I can plug into and still have their heat light. And they're more separated from the other ones. The other ones will wander up there, but not as much. You see, we're still a lot of water going through, but not nearly what it was the other day. So we continue to slow things down. Tomorrow I've got grand jury duty. Temperature is supposed to be 67, I think. And then Friday's going to be 78. So that's miserable spring temperatures. The plan is we're going to be down here on Saturday. Me and the boys will be down here on Saturday, and we'll do a lot of cleanup here. Even if it's taking some of that brush there and breaking it down. And I'll see if Curtis wants to come down and and just saw some stuff up. If we can just get this bigger stuff sawed up, we get into a pile, stack it between the rocks, we can be pretty much have this pretty much gone quickly. As you can see, I got plenty over here yet that needs to be addressed. There's a couple dead trees up top by the entrance that need to be cut. Of course, I've got the two up here that need to be cut on the hill. So we got to get those done. I have Curtis come down and cut those down. I give him some chainsaw work with his chainsaw. If I get down there to the river, without falling in. The water's gone down quite a bit through here. Looking around here, you can look at the waterfall. Digging down to show you this. Trying to walk where it's drier. Get away from the tree down there. Last week, this was all due to fire ice got up to here. So you can see how much the fog has dropped. There's the waterfall. They tell me that this hole here is about 10 to 12 feet deep. I've never been in it, so I couldn't tell you. Maybe this summer we'll send somebody in there. I don't know. If you look upstream, that one board. Well, I keep looking for it. It's about probably 10 foot long. I keep looking for that one. I had saw it when it originally came off. It was at the start of the swimming hole up there, which is right from those rapids. But since the flooding started, kind of lost track of it. There have been people swimming in the water. I think it's crazy, but they tell me it's actually good for you. We'll have somebody else try that out to make sure. I don't think I want to do that. We're walking back through this part through here. We have believe it or not, kayakers want to have an area where they can portage their kayaks, supposedly. And we're supposed to maintain a trail system for that. Well, they can always put in down below the powerhouse, or the tail race, where you can easily get to the river. But through this area, it's It's pretty tight, pretty steep. I don't have a good spot for anybody to get in and out. The Wildlife Commission wanted to know what our boat ramp looked like. I had to tell them that we don't have a boat ramp. We have a 1 acre retention area in front of the dam. It is a river that the entire dam itself is only 135 feet wide. I don't know what kind of boating you're going to do in it. And it's a river. I don't get it, but that's... Sometimes these people come up with some crazy ideas. Well, they're sitting in an office somewhere. They have no clue about what your location looks like. They're pulling up in an image Hoover Dam, and of course, Lake Meaden's got several spots where they can get into the lake. That's a whole different story than what we are. Let me show you this. This is a swimming hole. Right now it's running pretty heavy. You're looking upstream here, of course, it's down to the dam. Up at the top, comes down, goes through. It's usually fairly peaceful, except when it's high water. We'll kind of get you around here a little bit. You can see downstream a little. You can see the water's coming back from the other side over there. This is the jumping off spot, so we just call it the swimming hole. A few years ago, there was a rope that was tied around that little balsam tree over there. I was told by FERC that we had to remove the rope. Because they were using it to climb up, and if they were using it to climb up and we knew it was there, they got halfway up on the rope broke, they fell down, got hurt, we were liable. So we eliminated that one. Dam is still running hard. We still got, probably 6 inches, 7 inches, maybe not that much, maybe 5 inches of water going over the top of it. You can actually walk right up to the spillway. Spillway is not icy. That's the section that is missing. You'll see the boards gone. It looks to me like there's a dock in the middle there. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it real well. Maybe you can't. Yeah, that's where that looks to be like a dock. It is. It's a dock. I know exactly where that came from. That came from Duck Bay. Duck Bay was floating there all winter long. They finally came over. Well, I'll have to get that out of there. somehow. It was fantastic to get it out of there now and let it float, but we had a paddle boat years ago that came over the falls and went through, and I caught it upstream, so I tied it off the best I could. It didn't even have a rope, just had kind of a string, so I tied it off, and the water still rose too fast. And it was too tough on the current was too tough for the string to keep it in place, and over it went. Once it went over, we found parts, banged up parts in here. I could never find the in this section. I looked all over for the paddle boat. I couldn't find it. One day when I was doing a downriver check, which I have to do every once in a while, I went downstream about a mile and a half. I came to a wide spot where one of the big streams come in, and there it was, stuck in the middle of a wide spot, kind of like an island in the middle of the stream. And it was too deep to get to it, so I wasn't even going to mess with it. It sat there for a couple of years. I told the people who I thought owned it that it was there, and I don't think they ever went and picked it up, but somebody at some point went out there and got it. I was going to go out there and get it in some summer, when it was really hot. Wade out there in the ice cold water, get the thing and drag it up toward shore. Don't know what I would have done with it, but we had to figure something out. Anyway, so yeah, it come up missing. So somebody got it, or it ended up going down the river. So my thought is, on the chickens, I would just bring the little chicken coop back in here somewhere, maybe on the other side of that pole, and set it up in here. Maybe just back it up over here. I don't know. I just don't know. Ideally, I could put it over here. And fence that out for the young chicks, because it would be quick and easy to get in water. The problem would be, a heat light for a little bit. I'd like to have a light in the coop as much as we can. The other thing is, I really want to have an area where they can get more grasses and stuff, So we got to figure that all out, But I'm like really leaning on this down here because number one, it's more protected, and even if I go over there and move everything and put it right all over there, I could build off of the existing. That might be the idea. Just build it right off of here. I don't know, because what I really want to do is, once I once these pins are gone, I want to rebuild that coop. So to rebuild the coop, I need to pull it out. So therefore, I don't want to put it in front of it. The other option would be to put it around behind. And I could do that also. So yeah, we just gotta figure it out. You can see they're setting up over there still. The older hens. The water is not as running as mean as it was. If you follow along with that, it was looking pretty atrocious. But I could easily bring it down in here, set it up in here. The problem with setting it up in here, well, I guess it's really not an issue, other than I've got an outlet way up there, but I don't want to do that. This gets muddy quickly when the rains come. So then we always be in a wet and muddy area. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is going to be, or where the prime location is going to be. Forgot to talk to Mr. Bill last night when I helped him with the fire truck, and I forgot to ask him about that tractor. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. That is for sure. Might just take the tires off and go get it to take them to him and say, here's the valve stems, put them in. If I do that, then it's, well, I can do that. Maybe I can do that on Saturday. Get it jacked up while the boys are here. Get them to loosen the tires up. I'll get the tires off. We can throw them on the flatbed trailer, my little trailer, and leave them on there. Take them up Monday or talk to him, and maybe he'll do it Sunday at the bus ride. Then we just go back down and put it on there. What I'll have to do is I'll jack the tractor up, put a block under the drag link down there that this weight box sits on, the homemade weight box. Take that off. Put a block under, jack it up a little bit more, put another block under, get it up high enough that we can get the tires on and off. Once we do that, we're back in business. It's a piece of cake. Then we can use that around here to move stuff around again. And get it out of my spot. I usually park it over on the edge for the summer, and sure makes it easier to put to get this lifted up and level, because you just put the bucket there and lift the whole frickin' thing up. But we don't have that option right now. So we don't know. All right. Well, anyways, getting kind of long-winded. I gonna do an opening and a little bit of piping today for the place, and that's about what we're gonna do. Gotta be done by 1 o'clock, noon, 12:30. I got a chiropractor's appointment today, so gotta go do that. But other than that, that's where we're at. That's what we're looking at. Can't tell you anything else. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.